Alright, sorry about that. I screwed the first one up. We're going mobile with the phone tonight because I need to go to the garage. So hopefully some of you show up. Oh, what I do with my camera holder. Shit. Ay, 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 ratcha, ratcha. Well, maybe nobody's watching. Blue Line, what's up, buddy? Josh Warner, Maine. What's up, everyone? How are we? I have the phone holder. We're headed to the downstairs. As soon as I find my either shoes or Crocs, whatever comes first. So give me a second. Things are all over the place here. Let me just find some shoes. I don't know what I did with my shoes. Son of a bitch. Maybe they're downstairs. MSL's in the house. Hopefully you're still working, buddy. Where in the... This is about how my day's been going, so just work with me. Give me a minute. I'll do this quick. It's late. I know there's a lot of people probably either got to get up or whatever, you know. I'm not trying to keep you. I'm going to do a little ranting here because I'm a little upset about something. Not the obvious. Well, I mean, I am that too, but... Okay. All right. So, I've been saving. I don't know how... I thought I killed the deer yesterday. The deer. Not a deer, the deer. The 748. Transmission screwed up. And with much inspection, at first, I thought there was two clutch packs welded together. Because it's trying to go into forward and reverse at the same time. Cool, Daily Rider. Cool, cool, cool. I'm going to try to just get on and go this. I'll try to catch comments as I go. And if there's anything out of focus, I apologize because I'm going to do some dissecting on the bench here. Whoa, that's way too bright of a light. So, you see that little thing right there? That's the first part of the problem. So, I thought I killed the deer. I thought the transmission went out of it. And it might still be out of it. I don't know. We're going through the whole process. Man, I look like hell. I'm a little bit frustrated with some things. But the first thing I want to say on here is a couple people I called with questions. And a couple people that just happened to help being there. MLH Repairs is one of them, and he reached out to a couple other people I think are YouTubers too. So if y'all see this, thank you so much. You have no idea what that means to me. And a fella, I don't want to say he works for, but they're present at the landing I'm on a lot of times. Hi, Al. And his name's Jesse, and he was kind of like, you know, hey, I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy kind of thing. And he ended up helping me out. Hopefully pretty good. But, so I thought I killed a deer. It's trying to go into forward and reverse at the same time. So you can have the clutch all the way to the floor. And as soon as you put it in forward, with the clutch still down, she starts rolling backwards. So there's something on the pressure side of the transmission, putting pressure to the reverse side of the transmission, putting it in gear. So if you try to go forward, obviously you have two gears fight, two clutches trying to do two things. You're fighting, and it's terrible. Unbelievable torques on the transmission. That's no good. You can't overpower it. And I know that because I overpowered it to get it to the landing. Dropped it in first, got the engine to rev up, and overpowered it, dropped it into like fourth gear, buzzed it up to the landing, and started doing some calls and talking. And MLH was a big help among a couple other people, but he was very, I just can't thank him enough. So, all right, I'm going to set this up to where y'all can see, hopefully. Let's bring it up again. Whoa, we're getting high. Okay. So, this here is a spool valve for the transmission. On the 740H transmission that I have, the G2, there's 8 of these on there. They control high, lows, forwards, reverses, and there's one that controls straight forward and reverse, and that's where my beef comes. That's where I'm going to start ranting. But I want to start talking to you. I want to explain this a little bit. Now, this one's bent. I discovered that. That's not my problem. I think this is the one that controls 7th and 8th gear, and that's why I've been having no 7th and 8th gear since I've had it. I think this thing has been bent the whole time. I just finally tore the machine down far enough that I could find this. So here, on here, you take this screw off, a solenoid mounts onto here. Okay, it's magnetized solenoid. So when you hit a gear, it puts magnets to this that shuttles a spool inside here, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But if you take this, you can spin this apart with your hand. I know this because I had it all apart today. And inside here, we got this little ball bearing. Okay, now I don't know if that, you see that metal rod in there? I'm trying to look through the camera. That ball bearing just comes out of there. It does nothing. But these are like little ports, I guess you would say, because when you screw that in, it's a flat face. Those let oil in. Now, I'm not sure. There's something, if you shake this, see, now it's not doing it. There it is. There, you can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's something shaking in there, but that's bent. So I know this is bad, and we have a new one ordered. But that ball bearing in there, there's a port here that I think, and I'm not sure. I don't know how this crap works. Like I said, I'm learning the whole way. There's a port, so I feel like when that, what the hell's it called? When that thing, the solenoid down there, magnetizes, it pulls either that ball bearing back or something else back. I think it lets oil flow into there. Because behind this part, and that's not a flathead, that's actually, it's got a ring in there. Someone's going to come in the door in here in a minute. Hold on. I'm in the garage. I'm doing something on the internet. You want to see how one of these works? It's, this is the spool that controls the transmission. You have the solenoid that mounts here. I gotta watch I don't lose that ball bearing. But see what it does is I think it puts oil pressure to here. Now if you look inside there, I'll stab myself. There's a spring right here, okay? And you look inside there. See it shuttling? So that's what shifts your transmission. When that shuttles at like that, it directs oil flow from, I believe this is bypass because that's open now. And it would push the oil out to this one, which is goes somewhere else and shoves your clutch into, you know, what you need. So, but that one got bent. Now the forward and reverse one is the one I'm having the issue with.
How the fuck did that get bent?
Got hit with a stick or something, I think. This is the low one on the bottom of the transmission. And that's the only thing I could think of did this. But I think this is for gears 7 and 8. My trouble's with forward and reverse. So, if you haven't, just throw them on the ground out there. I'll grab them.
I can bring them in here.
You don't have to. I got one in here, and I'll do them one at a time. Do you need that key?
Yeah. I don't know when we're going to go, but probably.
Well, I'm probably going to... Well, you'll be at home if you leave before... If I leave before you for some reason, so... Okay. Just get... I'll call you when I'm done. Okay. This is a live feed. I'm trying to explain some things and blow up on somebody. There's this, you know, obviously is your nut. So the issue I had is on that transmission. Say that's your transmission, okay, right there. That you're looking flat from the machine back into it. You have 2 here, 2 here, and you have 2 here, 2 here. Now I need to find out, this one came from down here. I need to discover which one of these does forward and reverse. And that's my issue. So let's make sure he's done. I said, hold on. I said you just leave him outside, dude. You ain't gonna bring him in here. Okay, those are 3/8, and that's the, or maybe that's 3/8, and those are the 5/16.
There's hoops. This one was the one I couldn't find. Well, I found it, but this one's never been used.
Okay,
And I put them clamps on there recently.
okay.
So
There'll be plenty between them three, I think. I have that other one out back too.
I don't think you need it. I think that's plenty.
Okay. All right, I'll call you after this. Oh, here. I don't. My keys are on the table upstairs. You want to just run up and grab them? What? Who is that? Who did that? Mercs? Holy crap! Thanks, dude. You didn't have to do that. Guys, you don't have to do that. Thank you very much. But anyways, so this one has been screwed up for a fairly long time. I'm fairly certain. I'm sorry that I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to. Today has been a bad day. This week has been a bad week, actually. And I'll go into further detail here in just a second. I just want to take care of some of these other things. I wanted to get this rolling before it got too late. Time got away from me and my buddy. So, but where was I going? I'll get to ranting here in a minute. I'm trying to give you guys the whole story of just what the hell's going on before I go. So now here's another thing I wanted to show you. So if you look at this, you see the end. That looks like a flathead screw, but it's not. So if you look in here, see that little split ring in there? Hi, Kansas Kev. You take that split ring, I think you walk it out with something you could turn this. See that?
I know these ain't the right ones. These are equipment keys.
Yeah, shit.
I don't know where the fuck your keys are at.
Give me 1 second, folks. I gotta run upstairs real quick. This one right here, take that away. Just throw it on the dryer and don't let me forget to get that off you tomorrow. Because if I forget it, I'm screwed. Like when I come up. Yeah, when I come up. Hey, MLRH. Okay, so I showed this. I don't know if he's been watching the whole time or not. But see what I was saying, MLH? I'll go over that again real quick since you're on here. I had to run and grab a key real quick. Like I said, I'll call you here in a little bit, all right? Thank you.
Yep.
See that ball bearing, MLH? That's what I'm talking about. And then there's a port there. So there's nothing here shuttling, nothing here moving. It's like that magnet either pulls. So I don't know if this piece is supposed to move and is not now because this is bent, or if it just pulls or pushes that ball bearing that allows oil to flow into the backside of this port. Focus. How's that? Is it focusing? Need it. Oh, now it focused. So I don't know, because see the spring's in here, so the pressure shuttles that valve. Okay, so you're saying, MLH, this piece here should move in and out, because see that ball bearing comes out. Now if I shake this, there's something moving in there, but it's not moving this piece here. So, and MLH knows all about this. We had a nice conversation about this. All right, so let me set this down and switch the camera, and I want to start telling you what my gripe was. Just take her down a notch. Take her down Okay, so my gripe is this. I've got that transmission. It has them 8 different solenoids on it. Sorry about the lighting. We're going to have to deal with it for now. I call John Deere. This is how the story starts. Not John Deere. Well, it's dealer. I call Murphy Tractor. There's 2 within an hour of me, one way or the other way. So, thanks, Tom, for catching that comment. And this is where it gets a little ugly. So I call them. I said, hey, I have a question on locations of solenoids and spools on the transmission of a 748 G2 log skidder. Huh? That was what I got first. Log skidder. What year is it? Okay, so let me just give you the serial number. Give him the serial number. All right, we'll send you this guy. Send me over to the guy in service. Told him, I said, hey, what's up? Not going to use his name. I'm not trying to badmouth anybody. I don't want, do it. Whatever. You get my point. And I said, hey, man, this is my issue. This is what's happening. I said, I have one of these hung up, and it's in the forward and reverse because it's doing the reverse. It's in the reverse one, I believe, not or 4. I didn't know if there was 1 or 2 or just, 2 solenoids or 1 that controlled it. And he says, okay, what do you need to know? I said, I need to know which solenoid does what. Honestly, all I need to know is the forward reverse one. I don't need to know the rest of them, but if I find out, it'd be nice. And he says, oh, okay, give me your serial number. So I give him the serial number again. And you hear him, he's clicking away on the computer, and he says, you know what? I'm going to have to dig into this a little more. Let me get back to you. All right, man, cool, whatever. It's first thing in the morning. I go on my business, start ripping and tearing some more into some other things. I found some other little, not big problems, but little things that need attended to. So I'm working on that. Well, something else came up I had a question about on the machine. I called back. I got the lady at the desk. I said, hi, how are you? I said, I just called a minute ago. She said, oh, okay. And I said, can you put me back through to, almost said his name, put me back through to such and such in service. And she says, absolutely. Puts me through. Phone rings, pick up, hang up. I said, okay. Just hung up on me. Maybe it was an accident. He'll call back. He ain't called back. So I waited about an hour. I said, okay. Call back. I need somebody in service, please. Didn't tell him my name, didn't tell him nothing. Went to the service desk. Ring, voicemail. He's avoiding me now. Now he won't answer the phone. Because they're so busy right now. Now I'm getting pissed. I was getting really mad. So I said, you know what? Maybe this dude's just an ass. Maybe I caught him on a bad day. Maybe he's upset about the corona boner or something like that. Because that's a legitimate gripe. We all are. So I said, I'll call one over on the other side of town. We'll try them. Call him up, get a guy. What's up, buddy? And he said, oh, man, how can I help you? I said, oh, this is what I got. Here's the serial number. I just need to know which solenoid is my forward and reverse so I can pull it. And I baited him a little bit. I said, so I can pull it, get you part numbers, and get a new one. He said, all right. Hear him clicking away on the computer. All of a sudden, I'm going to have to call you back on that. I said, okay, give him my number. Hung up the phone. Well, folks, that was about 8 hours ago. I ain't heard from neither of them. And they ain't going to call me back. So at this point, I'm beyond pissed. I have a problem. And why? No, not even why. I get why they won't help. So the big thing is I think they're not helping because it's John Deere, it's proprietary, it's one of them things, hey, we don't want you working on that. We want to send a guy out to you. The best part is you call either one, they don't have anybody working for them. No service technicians. I guarantee you that know shit about, not in my area. Let me rephrase that, not in my area. These 2 branches that I called of the same company. That's Murphy Tractor. I will use their name because I think their service end sucks. And that's taking it lightly. I had choice words for them earlier, but I'm not going to share them on here to try to keep myself from looking any worse than I already do. But my thing was, hey man, if you can't help me and it's because your boss or your company or the corporation you're working for says we can't help you, that's we don't want the customer doing that. Tell me. If not to my face because of the Kroner boner, tell me over the phone. Say, hey, that's something we can't give out. Don't just freaking hang up on the dude. Don't not call the guy back. Don't just ghost him, as the younger generation would say. There ain't nothing in this world that piss me off more than somebody to just lie to you. Or just avoid a situation, or just the passive aggressive way of trying to deal with the elephant in the room. In my opinion, that's horseshit. Because here I am, of all times, logging is hard enough. Now it's even harder. Every day, and I shit you not, every day I get a phone call about another mill cutting me off. Another mill you can't send stuff to. Another mill that, hey, we had to cut our price. And I don't blame them. The supply is not there. So, and no, Chad D saying the machine's not come back hot. It's not coming back hot, because I've dealt with them before. If you call them and tell them you need to buy a part, oh hell yeah, they're all about it. What's that part number? But they do not want you to work on your own stuff anymore. And the best part is, what's the issue? Can we plug the computer in? Is it throwing a code? Sorry, man. There's no code come up for this. The only code you got is up here. You got to know, and I don't know the stuff. So I'm calling you to ask for what little help I can. And I remember one time I was working on a job. It was my second job ever. It was my first concrete job. We were doing EFCO panels. We were building a elevator shaft. We were on the first lift of the first floor. So we were up out of the ground a little bit doing the first. Levi, I've talked to him before too. John's a good dude. You got to know how to take him, but he's a good dude. He's all right. And I like him because he's doing things to find ways around shit like this. But anyways, I was working on this job, and my foreman at the time was named Mark. They called him Cobb. I don't know why. Great dude. But I was greener in hell. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. There was a guy up on the positioning belt trying to close a corner up, and he was struggling like hell. And I didn't know what to do to help him. And I remember that first time. He looked at me, come around that corner, he says, what the hell are you doing? And I thought I was in trouble. Well, I was in trouble. He says, you never, ever, ever, ever watch a man struggle. You never, he said, even if you don't know what you do, you go up there and you get bloodied up too, for lack of better words, because you just don't watch a man struggle. You don't ever do that. And that sunk home with me, and I can't let it ring more. Here I am, I'm grasping at straws, folks, to hold everything together right now. Straws and spools, expensive ass spools. And this prick won't help me, because, not that he won't help me, he won't be truthful. He won't just say, hey, can't give that info out. And oh yeah, there will be a video following this sometime in the future. So when I find that schematic, and I'll get it. When I find it, that shows the labeling of these, I'm going to post it all over the internet, every forum I can, YouTube, everything, because the proprietary stuff's got to go out the window. You cannot run a business on proprietary equipment anymore, not in logging at least. You have to be able to work on your own stuff. So I was beyond angry with them. I will never call Murphy Tractor for anything like that again. I mean, if it's something I have to order a part that I can't get anywhere else, I guess then, yeah, I'm kind of stuck because they're local. I can't call an outside dealer. Maybe I could get it from someone further south and have it drop shipped. But I don't blame John Deere, okay? I don't want you. They've made some very good equipment. I don't blame you one bit. So I don't want people to think I'm on here bad-mouthing John Deere. I blame the people that is working. I blame that branch. Murphy Tractor's who I blame. Your service sucks, dude. I mean, it blows. So this happened yesterday. I got that on my plate. I've got parts and pieces. I'm doing all this by myself. Now, this is a piece of leased equipment. Most people would say, oh, it's not your problem. Don't worry about it. Well, guess what? Without this piece of equipment, I'm not pulling wood. I'm not making money. The guy that I leased the equipment off is not making money. The timber owner's not making money. It's you can't go through the world with I and me. Everything is a team effort, I've seen, in my eyes. You know, if you can't, and the fella that leases this has helped me out more times than not, okay? So many times. So people are like, why would you do this and why would you do it? Because that's just what the hell you do. That's what good people do, in my eyes. You know what I mean? I've never seen the market like this ever in my life. I've never seen anything like what we're going now with the Corona boner, and it, you know, everybody's struggling. Everybody. I mean, I'm watching mom and pop places, they're falling apart. You know, every day another one drops off. You lose another little deli or another little, you know, Kogo Mart or another little grocery store or what's the word? Like a little pizza shop or something. They're just dropping like flies, man. People you can't, you know. And we're not going to go down the political road. That's just, that's not worth talking about. Arguing about politics and stuff is just, that's like putting your wiener in a ceiling fan. Nobody wins in that. Nobody. So, it's so freaking frustrating, dude. It's so frustrating. But anyways, that happens. And then I'm off trying to blow off steam with that. And trying to take that problem. I get a phone call. I'm an hour and a half from the landing to where I was at. And I get a phone call. Hey, fuel truck showed up. Oh, okay, cool. He's stuck. What? How? It's you guys seen the video. It's a stoned road. I mean, you'd have to be goofy to drive off of it because it's bare, you can tell it's gooey. And that stone road goes right to the end of a pipeline right away. That's flagged and staked and got signs that say keep off and blah, 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 blah. You guys seen the air bridge in the pictures. You saw it. No, the guy must stop meant them pink ribbons meant not stop meant go. He drove right past the landing, right out onto the pipeline, and got stuck. And just tore it to shit. Well, I'm off somewhere else. They called me back and they said, well, hey, he got out. I didn't think anything of it. Okay, good. I don't have to go meet him because he'd be sitting there a while. Then I get a phone call from the pipelines inspector, which it's active line. Like, not active, I mean active. They're still working on it. And it's the environmental guy. And I said, dude, I'm guessing you're calling about the truck that got stuck. He says, yeah. I said, tell me he didn't drive out on the gas line. He said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I had to go deal with that. And so far, those guys have been so cool about the whole situation. They're totally understanding. I haven't even I lost composure, so I just didn't even call the fuel company. That'll be an argument for another day. It just, it's not that I think there's a bunch of forces pushing down on me like, hey, there's Pete, let's go, screw Pete, you know what I mean? No. I chose this profession. I chose what I'm doing. So the problems that come along with it, they come with the choice. I don't look at it that way. But boy, I tell you what, it's hard sometimes to not look at it like, man, it kind of got like a rain cloud following me here. Everybody says it rains, it pours. It's frickin' pouring, man. How much can one guy take? Between the shutoffs and the screw-ups and the breakdowns, everyone's trying to get as much out as quick as they can, and then the rain, and it's like, you want to make as much money. I want to make as much money as I can before you get shut off. MLH just MLH told me a story today. Oh man, Mason, can I share the story, or do you want to wait and share it on your page? This is a good story. You guys would like this. It's about common sense. Sorry, I keep doing this because I got a bad glare and I'm trying to see how many people are on here. We were up to 120. That's really cool, guys. I really appreciate that. Okay. It's documented. Don't worry. The pipeline people took lots of pictures. They love to take pictures. So anyways, I'm So, so Mason, me and him were talking today. MLH Repairs. We're talking about this and that, and how we think all these people are acting a little too crazy with the Coronas thing. And now, I guess Pennsylvania. Now, our lovely governor says that everybody has to wear a mask. If you want to go get your groceries, you have to wear a mask. You know, because it's dangerous. You know what I mean? I'm guess what? I'm not wearing a mask. If I feel sick or something, you know, I'm not going to go out. I don't want to put nobody else at risk. I'm not real worried about my own health. I think I'll be fine. If I get it, I get it. If I die, I die, whatever. And it is what it is. Let's look at the bright side. If you get it and, you know, it takes you, no bills to pay, no transmissions to fix. You ain't got to worry about that shit no more. But if, you know, it just is what it is. But enough of that shit. So anyways, we're talking about this. And I said, you see all these people that go into the grocery stores. And I said, you know, they're so worried about their mask and where they go and people are near them. They're grabbing groceries that are coming from all over the country. You know, like the vegetables are coming from Mexico, and that came from somewhere else, and that came from somewhere else in the country, and that one went to, you know. Jack Baker, yep, changed the oil, put the high guard in it and everything, the high dollar shit. High guard means high dollar, but yes, we did that. So anyways, and then I said, then you see these people back to the grocery store thing. They go up to the cash register and they come up to the clerk. They pull their mask down to talk to the clerk. And there's the first red flag. They go into their wallet and they get the credit card. They stick it in the credit card machine. They swipe it. Yeah, sometimes once, twice. Touching on it with bare fingers. Put it back in their wallet. And then they punch the keypad. The 20 people in front of them punch before them. Then they grab that mask, put it back on their face, touch her under eyes and stuff. It's like, dude, you're nuts. You shot one foot to spite the other. Mason proceeds to tell me this story. He said a lady yelled at him. He was going somewhere to do something, and this lady yelled at him for not wearing a mask. You should be wearing a mask, he said. He says, you stay over there and I'll stay over here. We ain't got nothing to worry about, you know? And I'll recap the skidder in a minute. And he said this lady was doing something, was trying to take her gloves off. She had rubber gloves off. And she could not get them off. So she bit them to pull them off with her teeth. And I guess he said something, what are you nuts? What are you doing? And she says, well, what do you mean? He says, you're yelling at me for not wearing a mask. You have rubber gloves on, everything you touched, and you just bit on them. He's like, you're nuts. And I laughed and laughed and laughed. I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, it just, man, people got to wake up, buddy. Woo! Got to wake up. So all you for wondering, there's a bunch of, jumped on here. The skidder's trying to go under forward and reverse at the same time. This here is the spool valves on the side of the transmission that solenoids mount to. One of these is forward reverse. And my gripe and my rant was about the people at Murphy Tractor being asses and not helping me and ignoring me. You'd have to go back and go through the story because it's just too much. I don't want to. You get me all fired up. Then I had to go back tonight and fix the ruts that the fuel man put all. I mean, oh God, they're on this. Not supposed to be any equipment on the right of way right now. And if you do, you have to be completely bridged like I am. So I'm out there with a pick and a shovel and kicking ruts in. I mean, boy, he tore it to hell. Whew. And I didn't video none of that because it's just not some shit you don't video. So it's just been a week of it rains, it pours, and I can't. It just, dude. Batman mask. I talked to him. Okay. All right, everybody. Here's another thing I'll talk about. So, it's not that I don't want to ask for help, but there's times when odds are the people you're calling with a problem you have are people that do the same thing as you. So, here you are with your finger stuck in a dike. All right? I know what you're thinking. Don't get ahead of me now. But your finger's stuck in the leaky dam, okay, to stop the leak. And you're calling, I got this problem, da da da. The same dude on the other end of the line who's answering the phone, odds are he's got he's got a finger in the leaking hole. So I feel bad sometimes calling people knowing that they got their own problems, let alone me bringing on mine, like, hey, let me, help me kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I just don't know. I know how to cut timber. I know how to lay out a block. There's no trees. Some are harder than others. Yes, some are more dangerous than others. Some are trickier than others. But god damn, I can cut timber. When it comes to working on equipment, I suck. I don't know enough. I'm learning every bit, every day, and it's cool that I'm learning. I just don't want to bother people I don't want to burden people. And of course, everybody, they're such good, I called Wade about it, called MLH about it, called a couple other people about it, and they're all so forthcoming and great about it. And it's like a last ditch resort, you know what I mean? So you can't help but feel that way. You know that they don't mind, but at the same time, you still feel bad. Does that make any sense? So it's just frustrating, man. Just so frustrating. All I want to do, I don't want no government help. I don't want no, people like, oh, well, they'll have a loan for you. You get that stimulus check, that's cool. I understand, I get it. I get why that went out. But I just don't, and there's people that really need that. And then I guess our state, they said private contractors, which would be me, would be able to collect unemployment. And I looked into it a little bit to see, oh, geez, is this real or whatever? Well, yeah, it's real, but they don't have any way to set it. They don't have any way set up to accept people. I just looked into it just in case shit got really real, and didn't matter if it did or not, because they can't. If you're allowed to or not, they can't. There's no way for them to accept you, and I don't want that. There's no way I want it. It's not that I don't. It's cool that it's there, okay, and it is great in a time of need, but I would feel so guilty taking it because there's probably some other person. No, there's not probably. I guarantee you there's another guy, another private contractor out there somewhere who has a wife and maybe 2 little kids. And, it's just me. I don't have a wife or a girlfriend or no kids. That sucks, but it is what it is. I'd feel guilty taking that, whereas maybe somebody else could have used that a lot more than me. I just want to work. That's all I want to do. I want to earn my living. I want to go cut trees. I don't want to get rich. I don't want to. The only reason I'd ever want to maybe get rich is so I could reach out to help people that. I know why I'd want to get rich. I'd want to get rich so I can start an equipment company, build log skidders, loaders, anything for the forestry industry, and ain't none of it proprietary. I'm going to use all parts and pieces that you can get anywhere on the internet from anybody. I'm going to be forthcoming. I'll throw out Service manuals. Like they're Mardi Gras beads. You won't even have to show your boobies. I would not abide to any of the what is this? The pollution rules and all that shit with the deaf. I'd build an honest machine. Probably go bankrupt in the first year because the government would run you into the ground, but goddamn, it would be fun to try that, wouldn't it? That'd be the only reason I'd want to get rich. I have less and less every day, but even at this point, I'm still trying to find ways to do things for others. I mean, we had to cancel our little kids' fishing thing and stuff like that, you know, because everybody's worried about the corona boner, and we're still trying to get things together and put some fishing streams and do some things just to get people out of the damn house. I don't see how fishing on a stream is bad for anybody, but this stuff's just getting out of hand, man. How much can a guy handle? How much can a person handle? What's a person's breaking point? Because I feel like I'm pretty damn close. Franklin Tree Farmer. Don't get me wrong. The stimulus check's coming. It's not like you can take, okay, it's coming. All right, give it to me. I'm going to take that and I'm going to invest it somehow. You know what I mean? Maybe turn that 1,200 into 12,000 someday, 20 years down the road. Now, so one of y'all can tell me, I heard during this time of crisis, all EPA regulations have been suspended on the diesel motors. Is that true? I don't know if that's true. I heard it, but then again, you hear these rumors. So, oh, man. We got a tough road ahead of us. Everyone thinks, you're quarantined till this date and you're good. Here's my gripe. You don't have a vaccine for it. We quarantine. Everybody stays home. Okay, yeah, we got it taken care of. All of a sudden, everyone comes back to life. One person gets sick again, and then the same shit starts all over. So what do you can't just shut things down. Man, I don't know if it's nature's way of thinning the herd or what. It's sick. It is very sick to think that way. Get a dog. MLH says you can buy 4 useless service manuals for $1,200. Ah, that's funny. Thomas Helton's in here. What's up, buddy? Sorry, I'm just going off the deep end tonight. I tried to keep it as clean as I can. Clean as I can. So, I don't know where I'm going to go with it. You know what I mean? It's so frustrating. And what the hell do you do? And, everyone's like, whoa, God, da-da-da-da. There's nothing else for me. I'm cutting timber until I'm not on this planet no more. I've made that decision. I've thought long and hard, like, well, maybe if they start up in construction, I could go back, and I can't. My brain, now that I've got a taste of this, I will never let myself back to that lifestyle. I can't do it. I just can't. And I don't know how to explain that to people. I used to hear people say that before and think, oh man, y'all are nuts. Hold on, I'm going to get some orange juice. Oh, you're crazy, think like it. Well, and they all told me, when you do it, you'll get it. And I got it. It's weird. And I'm not saying it's just logging. It could be anything you do. You own your own little construction company or whatever, that kind of stuff. Hold on, I got to turn off home improvement. I know David Haley will be upset, but I got to turn that off or else I would probably get copyrighted. David said, hey. Hey, and if none of you on here have seen it, you need to go over and check it out. David Haley found this old footage he had of a video back in the day. Back in the 1990, David, I think it was. That is the coolest friggin' thing I've ever seen. That was so cool. It was all his family. It wasn't like it was just old footage from anywhere. It was his family. So that is cool, man. Cherish that. See if you can get a way to get that like remastered and lasts forever kind of thing. See, I don't always drink orange juice, but when I do, it's by the half gallon. I'd get a fifth of vodka to go in it, but you can't because the governor of my state shut down the liquor store. One of the largest revenue producing things for Pennsylvania, and he shut it down. Yeah, it was smart. Oh, man. So, I'm sure I missed a ton of your comments. Tina, I will, but guess what the other thing was? So we were running to Ohio and getting it, and we were running, over there towards the Panhandle. Now everybody on the Ohio border, the governor of Ohio said, if you come over and if your ID is not Ohioan, Flatlander, Ohio, we won't serve it to you. We won't sell it to you. So they're fighting battles, I guess. Yeah, it's bad, man. Our governor wants to be just like yours, Marshy. Same for you too, MSL. I don't know what's going to come all this. I really don't, folks. Things have been ugly, very ugly, and they're getting uglier by the day. So I wanted to come on and rant about that. I didn't want to do it at first, and then I did want to do it, and I kind of thought, you're going to make an ass of yourself. And I really thought about it long and hard. I cooled off. Earlier today, it would have been ugly. Real ugly. I was a mean. I was just angry today. And I told you in the beginning when I started this, I'd show you the good stuff and the bad stuff. And this is the bad side. I mean, this is a man pushed almost to his breaking point with stuff. And it's just is what it is, Oh, MSL, there's turkeys running everywhere. I thought I heard that too, Brian Krieg. So I'm glad that you guys all came on here and watched and let me vent a little bit. And hopefully I don't look like too much of a weenie. And hopefully you guys keep watching. Because I plan on keep putting videos out as long as I can. As long as I got wood to cut, the videos will come. You know what I mean? It'll get to the point where I just go cut wood. I'll go to Governor Wolf's state forest and I'll start cutting that stuff. Yeah, it's tough, Andy. Yeah, it is, man. You're right, man. Like I said, I don't blame. It's not like I'm sitting here saying, oh, everything bad happens to me. I chose this. So, there in turn, I chose the problems that come with it. And I have no intention to give up. So, all right, I'm going to go because I'm so behind. I've got so much shit to do. So much shit to do. Yay. So little time. So little money. But yo, hey, thank you for everybody. I appreciate every one of you. I really do. Thank you so much. We had, I think, up to like 121 people on here tonight. So I thank every one of you for being on here. It's really cool that you guys think enough of me to come on. Maybe you thought I was just going to be on here like wigging out or anything like that. It just means a lot that you guys follow. David beat me to it. Hi, Mark. How are you? I haven't heard from you in a while, buddy. But y'all take care. I'm going to jump off here and take care of the stuff I got to take care of. And once again, don't just sit in your house, man. Go live. We're not on this earth to exist. We're on this earth to live. So please do that. Don't let these people tell you what to do, what to wear, and where to go. I mean, you know what's best for you. Go do what you got to do. It's the best I can say. I will come back at you with a movie here video, I don't know, next couple days here. So y'all take care, and as David stated earlier, don't let that meatloaf.